just a friendly reminder, if you're an American citizen, you do need a real ID or an American passport to fly domestically within the United States. In all likelihood, if you're in the market for an H2, you're going to have to fly to pick up your H2. I would hate for you guys to miss out on an opportunity to get your dream H2 simply because you do not have your real ID or passport. With that being said, if you do have a passport, take a couple minutes, make sure it's still valid. If you don't have a real ID, I recommend getting both. Put yourself in a position where, hey, if for some reason you misplace your passport, boom, you've got your real ID and you can go out there and make the flight and get the deal done. When these H2s come up for sale, ladies and gentlemen, understand that, the rare H2s in really good condition, H2s from, the perfect environment, Southern California, Texas, Florida, Arizona, New Mexico. Understand that these H2s, when they come on the market, they get sold really quick. So, if the dealer's out there and they've got an H2, don't be surprised if they're like, you got to wait 3 weeks. You tell them, hey, it's going to take me a month. If I'm a dealer, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I've got a buyer that's coming in this week. If they buy it, I'm going to have to sell it to them. So, again, when it comes to good H2s, you really want to be on top of all of your passports, real ID, all the necessary documents to put yourself in a position to purchase your dream H2. You may find yourself in a position, I know there's probably somebody out there saying, well, you know what, you're right, I don't have a passport, I don't have a real ID, I don't plan on buying an H2 right now. Let me tell you guys, you never know when one of these unexpected opportunities is going to show up. You may get a call from an old friend. You may see a post online, just a really unique situation that gives you an opportunity to get that H2. Maybe somebody's getting deployed to Japan. They can't take the Hummer with them. They say, hey, I've got this H2 for sale. I hate to sell it, but I got to sell it within the next 2 weeks. I got to sell it within the next week. So again, you're on top of it. Boom, you get a good deal, and you could pick up the H2. You may find yourself again in another one of these unique situations where, one of the common themes with H2s, some of the more rare H2s, is that they're owned by older gentlemen who they can no longer get in the vehicle. They're looking for a smaller vehicle, and they're just selling the H2. So again, in that situation, there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to be eyeing that H2 up and making moves on it. So if you have, again, maybe you're taking out a loan, you've got the loan paperwork completed already with the bank, or maybe you've already taken out the loan from the bank, just put yourself in a position where you've got the funds available, cash, check, whatever it's going to be. You have everything lined up. Again, you've got the real ID, passport. You can make the move to be one of those, or to be the first person to purchase that H2. When it comes to like the perfect H2, again, that's going to be probably sub 100K miles from a good environment, Southern California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Florida. In all likelihood, all right, you're going to be flying down and driving it back up. Shipping the H2, that's another option. Yeah, there's all types of crazy scenarios out there where, again, somebody may be selling the H2 1 week, and then you say, hey, I'll be down in 2 weeks. I got to get my real ID. And then you call them. You say, hey, I'm sorry. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to be keeping the H2. I'm sure situations like that happen. These vehicles are really special. And yes, yeah, you can find them online. There's lots of dealers selling them right now. But when it comes to certain H2s for sale, like Pacific Blue 2006 limited edition sport utility truck, the 2007 Victory Red H2. There's a couple of variations of the 0809 with the Sedona interior. When they come up for sale, let me tell you guys, they typically get sold within a few days to a week. So just make sure that you have your real ID and your passport to get your dream H2. Make it happen.